Well, we are here again, and this is the Exhibit B report for August, Wednesday, the 6th, 2014. And here is our recap of what we visited this past weekend. This past weekend we went to the show called Recent Work by Matthew Wolferstan at Habit Coffee. We had a very nice interview with him. He talked about the beginning, his beginning, how he started painting, how he has a profound taste for sailing, and so many of his watercolors are for sailing. And talk about his new series, black and white oils that he did, and it was a very interesting talk. Another place that we went to was at Deluxe. The show there is called If I Wear a Hat, I Will Hang It Here by Tamsin Clark. And Deluxe show is about Polaroid photographs. It's very interesting series of photographs, series of 4 sometimes, series of 3 sometimes, 1 or 2, but all Polaroids. So if you have time, it will be a very interesting place to go and check out the show. Another show that we saw was at the Community Arts Council at the Cedar Hill Center on the cafeteria area. And the name of the artist is Andrew Glenn, and like you see, he in this series he painted children, also look like they are children, and but a little bit of a twist. Unfortunately, the show, I think, was the last day was today, Wednesday, but you can look for him, andrewglenn.com, I think is his website. And another show that was also at the Community Arts Council, but this one was at the main gallery, was Reify. It's a group show by Lorraine Douglas, Catherine Ferris, Jan Henry, Helen Mason, Louise Osborne, Linda Peters, and Tanta De Stefani Pennington. Also, we have a very interesting conversation with most of the artists, and they give us a little bit of how they work and the word that they chose for the show. So every artist kind of chose one word that depicted kind of the way they work. So this was 2 pieces each artist, I think they had, and it's pretty interesting. So if you have chance, check on the video on YouTube about the interview, and you will see what it was all about. Like in every video report, we have in this section coming up artists that we meet at the events or openings that we go, and we ask them what's cooking for them, what they are working on, or if they are having a show somewhere here on the island or mainland somewhere. So here you have 2 artists, they are talking about what they are working.
Hi Efren, you want me to talk about my work? So the new series, and I'm working on train stations. So I find that they're nostalgic, they involve romance, meeting strangers, they involve people going to work. I love that before we had automobiles, everybody got onto a train, and there wasn't really a class structure, except, well, maybe on the train, but not in the station. And people were coming and going, and they have a real, I think, effect on people in terms of history. And I had met a couple of women who were looking at the painting and got quite emotional because they felt like it was something from the Second World War, like Warsaw, and a station in that way, which I had no idea about, but I guess it came out that way for them. And these paintings are, I guess the costumes that the people are in are kind of timeless, or they remind people of a time, you know, very far back, I guess. And so they're just kind of coming out of my subconscious, and we'll see where it leads to.
So you don't base your new series of paintings on pictures or anything?
No, I never use pictures. I just started mixing the colors on the canvas, and then these figures started coming out, and these kind of places with this dimension that reminded me of a train station. So I just started going with them, and that seems to be what's coming out now. So I hope I can continue to do it for a little while, but it may change again.
So you want to know what I'm working on right now? I'm working on some still lifes of dandelion seed pods, and they're kind of like x-rays, and because I did a series with jellyfish and different flora and fauna, the things that look kind of see-through in glass, things like that, because they almost look like skeletons. They're kind of interesting.
And this, the medium is?
Photography, and I do macro really close up of these things, and I usually have a black background, so it definitely looks like x-rays, even the seed pods that I photograph.
No, the shows that are coming up, the openings or events that are coming up this weekend. So tomorrow, Thursday, August the 7th, Irma Solstonovich opened her show at Matix Farm Gallery, and the opening is at 5 p.m. and goes till 8 p.m. Another show that opens tomorrow too is at the Red Art Gallery. Every first Thursday of the month they have a show nowadays, and tomorrow is a group show, and it starts at 6 p.m. at the Red Gallery. Another show that opens tomorrow is at Polychrome Fine Art, and this time is Hobnob 6. It's a huge group show. I think they are featuring almost every artist that they represent. So the show opening is tomorrow at 7 p.m. and goes from 7 to 9 at Polychrome. And another thing that's happening tomorrow is talk by Rad Julie, and this is at 7 p.m. in Fountain Alley, and this is sponsored by the Art Gallery of Great Victoria. So Rad Julie has a store in Fountain Alley, so it's going to be at her store at 7 p.m. She will be talking about her process and what she does. This is a series of conversations with people that are producing stuff other than artists, artisans, or people that produce something. So this is tomorrow at 7 p.m. Fountain Alley at the Rad Julie store. And on Friday we have the grand opening of the new gallery Gage Gallery. It's a cooperative gallery, and the gallery is on 2081 Obey Avenue, and the grand opening is on Friday. Starts at 7 p.m. goes from 7 to 9. A show that also opens on Friday night is the First Nations Inuit and Métis show, and this is also at 7 p.m. the opening, and is in Sydney at the Mary Winspear Center, the First Nations show. Another show that opens on Friday It's called Scenes from Japan, and it's at the Community Arts Council. Well, it's not an opening, but the show is going to be there for 10 days. But on Friday they have the artists from Japan doing a live demonstration, so it's going to be from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Friday. And on Saturday we have another conversations sponsored by the Art Gallery of Greater Victoria, and this time is with Jenny Ambrose of the Makeup House, and the talk is at the Makeup House on 4th Street. And also there is an opening that night, on Saturday, August the 9th. This time is Trish Short, and her opening is during the day, and it's from noon to 2 p.m. and this opening is at the Ambrosia Center. The Ambrosia Center is at 638 Fitzcar. This Trish Short. On Sunday, August the 10th, is the 10th annual Boker Creek Brush Up Art Sale Show and Sell. So that's in Oak Bay. If you don't know exactly where it is if you know where Oak Bay Rec Center is, it's right behind the high school if you go to the other side. But if you go through the Oak Bay Rec Center, you walk like 5 minutes towards the little creek that goes there, and you will see all the display, all the tents and everything, all the artists show their art and live demonstrations of art and everything like that. And this goes from 11 a.m. to 4:30. This is on Sunday. And one thing that also is going on, even though there was not an opening, or there's not going to be an opening, but it's Elizabeth Allen, and she's at the Souk Harbor House Gallery, and she will be there for the full month of August. So if you have time and you are around Souk and you want to go to the Souk Art Gallery, the Souk Harbor House, and you can go to their gallery. Elizabeth Allen has her new show there, Coastal Vision is called the show. Well, that's everything for this report, and thank you for watching. And remember to check our Facebook page for Exhibit V, or follow us on Twitter, and we post lots of information there about our shows. Or check the calendar, victoriaarts.ca is the calendar that we use. Or read our blog. We are on Blogger, and our blog is called Exhibit Vic. Exhibit V. Exhibit Vic is the YouTube channel where you can see all the videos of interviews with the artists that we make. So thank you again, and see you next time.